What's up guys, 844. Right now I am putting in designs into Digital Factory from custom orders that got placed over the weekend. Just downloading them from the system and then getting them put in at the correct sizing and quantity that the customer needs them. Today I just have to finish putting Etsy orders into the system. Got to do some cosmetic work to the reception area, and then just some accounting work that we got to get done. And finally going to package up the orders that we packaged today, because we have a big day of customs, big day of WW transfers as always. This weekend was a pretty heavy day pretty heavy weekend on customs. And if you guys are new here, we have a 1 business day turnaround time. So all of the orders that got placed over the weekend need to be shipped out today. So that's what I'm going to be working on right now, getting all of the orders loaded into Digital Factory so that we can get them started printing. Hopefully we'll be able to finish today. If you guys are interested, make sure you guys stay tuned. Okay, got the file all ripped. Gonna let that go ahead and rip. Once it's done, I can go ahead and send it to the printer. Turned out to be about 1,000 inches. While that is ripping though, I'm going to get the printer in order. So I'm going to run a head cleaning and then do a nozzle check, see what the status of the nozzles are, if I need to run more head cleanings or if it was a good boy over the weekend. Just gonna have to wait and find out here. Alright guys, so running the head cleanings and nozzles, and if you could see that second channel right here next to the magenta, that is supposed to be yellow, and we are getting like a pinkish color, and we have gotten that for 3 times in a row. So what this usually indicates to me is that the capping solution that we put in at the end of the day just kind of dirtied up the yellow channel. And sometimes when this happens, the really only solution that we can do is load ink from Print XP. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do, load ink, let the ink flow through the nozzles for about 60 seconds, and then hopefully after that we'll do another cleaning and see what the status of the nozzles is. Oh man, love Mondays like this. Now, as you guys just saw there, unfortunately, I can't seem to load just the CMYK nozzles. I have to do the white too. So unfortunately, you do have to waste the white ink as well as waste the CMYK. I'm actually going to stop it here. We did 50 seconds worth. Usually it goes for 65. So we'll stop it there, and I'm going to start another cleaning, and then we'll do another nozzle check, see how things go. But yeah, if only I could just load ink on the CMYK and didn't have to do the white so I could save that ink, that would be great. But it's not the biggest deal, since as you guys see, I go ahead and recycle our white ink. So once it flows into there and we get a full bottle, I can go ahead and throw it right back up there in the top. So no harm, no foul really. Got those 2 printers up and running. Just got this one right here running some Halloween Town designs for WW transfers. And then the one back there we got running the custom file that I ripped earlier. There still is one more custom file from Etsy that I just put into the system. I got to go ahead and download all of the designs for that one, get them put into Digital Factory, and then queue that one up behind the file that I just started up. The file that I just started up is probably going to take like 4 hours, and then once that one is done, we can then start up the one I'm about to rip. If that all makes sense. Hopefully you guys are following around through that. But yeah, just a big day of printing our full color prints, and hopefully everything works out well. There was a bit of annoyance getting these guys up and running, as you guys saw with the load ink, but DTF printer number 2 had no problems, turned right on, came right up to speed, so that's great. Hopefully everything just stays working the way it is and we can have ourselves a good day. Earlier this weekend, someone asked me how many designs I send to the printer at once, and typically it's all of the ones at any given time. So we don't really like separate them out into orders. Like we'll do all of our custom orders in one separate file, and then all of the WW transfers in another file, just to like make things easier for us. Another thing that we do to make things easier is we, when we're going to download the file from the system, when we're naming them, we increment each one in the order. So like as you can see, this customer ordered 10 different designs. So that's what the first number means. It's just like the quantity it is in the order. And then the second number actually means the number of designs that that customer ordered. So you can see for the first one, we're gonna have to do 15 copies of that. Second one, 10 copies. Third one, 20, so on and so on. And this way we don't have to keep on switching back and forth from the tabs. We have all the information we need just in one easy to, like we don't have to do anything. Everything is just right there for us. So that's just one thing we do. If you guys have anything that you like to also do, put that in the comments of that we can do to make our lives easier. And yeah, put it in the comments. I would love to hear from you guys. Love to get things going a little bit better in our business and for all of the other people watching. Love to share the knowledge that we have with each other just so that we can all grow. I'm also, when I'm putting these in, going to just give the customer 2 extra copies. It's something we typically like to do on larger orders like this, just so, I mean, for our own benefit too, in case there's a problem with one of the designs during printing. We don't have to then load up a whole nother file. We already have an extra copy of the design ready, but also for the customer, in case something goes wrong with their end. Maybe it doesn't heat press evenly, or they missed the corner of it and it didn't get heat pressed, whatever it is. I always just like to give the customer a few extras just in case. All right guys, 10:54. I was just ripping that other order that was in the queue when I came over and noticed DTF printer number 1 had stopped, and I looked at the screen right here and it's gone now, but on the screen it said print moisture, and then the print head just kind of like hung out here, like not all the way in its normal home position, and then finally it moved over to the home position, and then that's when the print moisture error came up, and it just like went to print pause. And I came over to the computer to take a look at what was going on in Print XP, and Print XP just seemingly had completely lost connection with the printer and was not doing anything. So I went ahead and restarted it, but I did get this error right here, communication exception between print software and mainboard, right before I went ahead and disconnected it, like literally like 1 millisecond before. So that is interesting. I'm not entirely sure what happened. If I had to guess, I would assume that like the communication between the computer and the printer failed, but for whatever, I mean, that's literally what the error is saying, so I don't know why that would be the case. If you guys have any insight on that, please let me know, but that kind of sucked because I had to re-rip the file and delete the designs that it had already printed because it was at like 24% of the way through a big file. So I had to go back in, delete the ones that it had already printed, and now I am re-ripping the file. But shoot, guys, I don't know what the heck that reason was. I don't know, the error that I'm getting from PrintXP is also not very helpful. If only they could give me like some more information. It says solution, check whether the software is connected to the device properly. Check whether mainboard operates normally, if not check or contact supplier. And then establish whether the method of connection between the software and mainboard is correct. So it kind of sounds like it's definitely going to have to do with the connection cable between the software and the printer. I don't know if it's just gotten worn out, or maybe it got like creased or kinked, stepped on, something like that, and one of the wires got damaged. I'm not entirely sure what's going on here, but hopefully once we get the new file loaded up on there, we won't run into this problem again. Although I'm not entirely sure if that's the best, like, if that's actually going to happen, because I didn't change anything, so I don't have anything to like hope for that this is going to be the solution, because I didn't change anything. So let's see, we're at 60% of the way through the rip, and then we'll get it loaded up. All right, guys, 90% through ripping the replacement file for this. While this was ripping, I just went and replied to an email. Man, we've been having this one problem with this one customer where they're just like straight up lying. And it's like we've caught them in the lie now, like at 2 different points. So it all started out, the customer had this little like black dash mark on one of their prints and was like, hey, it looks like the prints are defective. Can you just give me a replacement? I was like, oh shoot, what the heck happened? Asked for a picture, took a look at it, and I was like, oh, I don't know how the heck that could have happened by us. Like, what in the world? All right, the design just actually finished up. So let's go ahead, take a moment, pause there. Left off on us trying to figure out where the design is, like what happened to the design, and get this guy loaded up. So just deleted the old one. Now I'm gonna go ahead and grab the new one, get this guy printing. Let's go make sure that there's no banding and everything looks good. Has been probably like 10 minutes since it went down. So it might be some banding that we have to worry about. I think it honestly looks good though, so we can probably continue on with that. Okay, it looks good on that file. So, like I was saying, there was this like black dash on the file, and I was like, there's no way that could happen from us. Like, how the heck could that have possibly come from us? So I'm just thinking about it, trying to figure it out. But then I also go ahead and take a look at the customer artwork for the order, the one, like the artwork they used to upload their design. And sure enough, notice there's a black dash tick mark on the design itself. So like what the customer uploaded had a black dash on it. Like, what are we supposed to do in that situation? That's what the customer uploaded. How are we supposed to know that that's not actually supposed to be on the file? So we basically say all of that to the customers, yada, yada, yada. And then the customer comes back like mad as shit at us. And like basically for like in all caps email, exclamation points, like there's no way that my file had it. My file looks good because the customer had 2 different sizes of the design. So they had one for like a left chest and then another one going on the back. And the one on the left chest was the one that had the black dash. However, the one on the front, or the one on the back, sorry, that one was all good. So the customer's like, I use the exact same file for the front and the back. There is no reason for this to happen. It's only because your prints are defective. Hang on, I gotta go check this. I hear some could be a problem. All right, well, I figure I could do 2 things at once and tell you guys the story at the same time. So the customer's like, in exclamation points, all caps, I use the exact same file for each design. It is not my fault that these are like this. It is your crappy printing job. These prints are defective. Please give me a refund or a replacement. Like all angry and stuff. And I don't know, guys. I don't know if this is like true or not, but I have developed this theory basically where if like the customer is being super aggressive and like super mean, like I deal with customers all day, every day. So I know what like the average customer looks like and sounds like and acts like. But then it's like sometimes we get these customers who are just like so angry and so upset and like just legitimately angry. And it's whenever we get customers like this, I always feel like there's just something suspicious, something off, like they're trying to pull the fabric over us, the wool over our eyes, whatever the phrase is. And I don't know, it's just like, you guys know what I'm talking about? It's those customers who always try and keep the heat really high, the pressure really high, so that I think you just give them whatever they want, right? Like that's what they're hoping for in all of this. Hopefully, I don't think you guys can see any of this. That's a little better. But yeah, they always just like try and keep the pressure really high so that you don't actually dig into the details of whatever it is they got going on. And that was kind of happening with this scenario. So like my spidey senses were going off, and I was just taking everything with a little bit of caution and really digging deep into what was going on with this order. So our website logs every single file that you upload and even the original like file name that you uploaded. So what I naturally did was went onto our system, took a look at the order, and sure enough, I wonder if any of you guys can see where this is going, but the customer did not in fact use these same designs for each different size. They were two different designs. I mean, obviously, because one had a black dash on it, the other did not. So sure enough, the customer was lying about saying that they used the exact same design and that it was because of our shoddy printing that this problem is even occurring. So I just called the customer out on it. I was like, hey, I can see that you uploaded this design as Believe front, and then the second design that you uploaded was Believe front big. I'm not sure if like you just weren't completely sure about this or what happened, but they are in fact not the same design. Just left it at that, and we'll see what happens because of it. But yeah, guys, love to see customers caught in a lie. Love to see customers just lying in general. That's awesome, great. But yeah, at least we were able to catch it, and we didn't end up getting screwed because of it. But it's just like, don't lie, bro. You messed up. And it's like, that's the thing. Like, I'm not a bad guy. If the customer is just like, hey, I messed this up, is there anything we can do to figure this out? Maybe get a reprint? Bro, I would have been there in 2 seconds giving that customer a refund. Like a reprint, refund, whatever they want. Like, nah, bro, I'm willing to work with you on whatever you need. But when you start lying to me, when you start saying that my prints are defective and this is all my fault, this and that, is that gonna make me wanna help you? Is that gonna make me wanna lose my money to give you something? Whatever, man. Nothing I can do. Oh, shite. Alright, got the film reattached. I'm doing a head cleaning since the printer has been down for a little while. And then we'll get back going on this. Little annoying boy for the past couple minutes you've been. But yeah, just had to get that rant out of the way. If you guys are still here, leave a like down below. Comment if you guys have had any similar experiences, stories where you've caught your customer in a lie, and what their response has been. I'll let you guys know what this person's response will be once they reply. But yeah, just a shame. All right, guys, 12:44. Still have the DTF printers running. Let me know what you guys think of the studio. I just filmed a clip and wasn't the most happy with how things looked. I would prefer the things in the background to be a lot more blurry and out of focus. I changed some settings on the camera, so we'll see if those actually make a difference. But let me know if you guys have any quick tips that I could do to make this just a little bit better. I'm planning on using this as my studio for long form learning videos, as well as for the like speaking parts of the course. And if you guys can hear that in the background, I have a stream going, so that's my apologies. But yeah, we got these string lights put up. We got these shelves. Still have to put some stuff on the shelves. I think it looks pretty good. Let me know what you guys think. I just want more of that like bokeh background blur than what I'm getting right now. All right, guys, 157. The DTF prints have just been running, but now Michaela and I are going to switch gears, start getting some WW transfer orders all packaged up. Everything is going well. I just actually noticed this one just finished up, so we should probably get another design loaded up on this printer before we start packaging up the WW transfers. But this one has just been printing customs all day. Currently at 81% of the way through the custom file. And then after this one finishes, we do have another design that we have to get loaded up for the customs. 226, still packaging up WW transfer orders, but I just started up a new file on the DTF printer. We finished up all of the custom transfers that are due to ship today, and now this one is due to ship tomorrow, but I just wanted to get it started. It is a large file and it's all for one customer, so I didn't want to take up all of tomorrow printing just this one customer. Hopefully we can get the majority of it done today, and then tomorrow when we come in we can get it finished up and then still have the too close right here. I'm gonna have to adjust the margin settings on the printer, but yeah, like I was saying, with this now hopefully we can just come in tomorrow and finish off what is left on the printer, and then we still have enough room and capacity to get the transfer orders that get placed tonight printed, since again we have that one business day turnaround time, and I was at 82x margin. I guess we'll have to try and go up to 84. It's just whenever I go really like past 85, I get the thing where it says like print has exceeded max motion distance, which I have a funny feeling I'm gonna get with the one right here, but nope, it started. So let's go check this one out, make sure that it is printing properly within the available film that we have, and then if so, we'll let this print and catch up with it later. Now, if you guys are wondering, I could have probably moved this over just a little bit, but as you can see right here, where's my finger? There it is. As you can see right here, I don't have much room to actually do that. So the play is to change the X margin, because as you can see on this side right here, I also am butting right up against the edge here. And honestly, I think even printing on the thing a little bit. So I am going to move this one over just slightly and let it stay like that. As you can see, we made it good on this one now. So now I'm just going to try and avoid printing on the actual hold down clamp, which it appears I have done. It's kind of hard to tell, honestly. All right, this guy looks good to go. Fixed the printing over here, and everything is completely on the film, so that's good. I'm gonna let this guy start and finish up. We are currently at 1.3%, and I'll switch you guys over to a time lapse. right, guys, 255. Gonna let that keep running. It's currently at 14%. I don't think we're going to be able to finish it today, but like I said, we can hopefully get it done tomorrow. We could just get it started today so we don't have the whole day worth of printing just that one customer's order. But also, I went ahead and cut the film on this guy. So as you can see, we have a brand new roll on, leaving me with a whole roll of custom transfers that I have to get cut up. So pretty big and a lot of transfers in there. Let's go ahead and get started. Hopefully we can get out of here today by 4 p.m. But it's already, like I said, almost 3 o'clock. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but we can hope, right? All right, guys, got those all wrapped up. If you could see them over there sitting on the shelf. But there was like 3 that got messed up, 3 total transfers. So I got to get those reprinted. It was 3 of these designs right here, and then 3 of the pocket size for that design. So I got them loaded up here. I'm just really trying to figure out which printer I want to put them on. I don't think I want to put them on DTF printer number 1 because, as you guys know, this is printing that big custom order, and I'm not going to want to have to stop that one and cut the film. But this one for WW Transfers, DTF printer number 2, is going to have its film cut anyways. However, this one still has 36% remaining on the print, almost 39% now. So I think I'm just gonna have to wait till this guy is all done, and then I can send the remaining few extra prints that we need to this printer right here, and then we can get working on it that way. All right, guys, just got a package, and the guy who dropped off that package happened to be UPS. So our UPS pickup just came. I scheduled it for 4 and he came at 3:52. So again, that kind of sucks because I have it 4 to 6 and he came at the beginning of the window and I was still literally packaging up packages as he came. So I wish the guy would come like a little bit later, but I think he just comes at the end of his like shift. Like he just drops off all the packages that he has for the day and then comes to do his pickups at the end there. Because I was like, is there any way you could come back? And he's like, I'm all done, like this is all I got, so whatever. But if you guys can guess what we might have inside this bag, I've never actually ordered something this large or heavy from like online, so maybe I should like take a picture because there is some dents and dings on this. So maybe if anything happens, I'll have my butt covered, but let's go ahead and get into this guy. And wow, it's a ladder. Oh, dude, this thing got really messed up. I mean, I know it's a ladder, but like, damn. Maybe shipping a ladder like this is not the best idea. Who would have thought? Like, if this actually made it through UPS's system, that's honestly like impressive. And I get now why my like small packages like that sometimes arrive to customers like completely beaten up. It's because you got stuff like this going through the system too. Like, imagine this coming down the conveyor belt and your packages at the other end just squashed. But yeah, guys, got a ladder, and the reason why I got this is so that we can hang our ventilation. I don't have like a ladder here, so needed to get it.
I've been wanting to get a ladder ever since we moved in, and just like one of those things you don't know you need until you really need it. And it's like, oh crap, I got nothing that I can use instead. I guess I need to get a ladder. So yeah, now I have a ladder for the shop. Hopefully it'll come in handy with some other cases rather than just what I need it for, which is to do the ventilation. All right guys, 4:35, got all of the orders packaged up. Just finishing the shutdown sequence on the printer. Right now I am putting the cleaning solution into the wet capping area of the printer. If you guys have been longtime viewers, you know this is just standard shutdown procedure. We do this to keep the print heads of the printer constantly exposed to moisture, and the moisture just allows for the nozzles not to clog when we come in the morning tomorrow, and we typically just have to run like 2 or 3 cleanings to get everything back into order. But if you guys do notice, like if you put too much, you might have what happened earlier to me today when I had the yellow lines of the printer showing magenta. They can just sometimes mix together when you put too much capping solution in, so you gotta kind of be careful. What I typically do is do 33% of the cap and just fill that up with the capping solution to 33%. That hasn't been more than enough, and it also hasn't been just like not enough, you know what I mean? So this works well. Got the capping solution added, but yeah guys, that's gonna do it for today. Got all the orders packaged up, just got 2 to drop off to UPS since the driver came early today. But that's no big deal, we'll get those dropped off. Haven't had a chance to look at the traffic time yet. Hopefully it's not too bad. I know that it's a little late, 4:37. What am I gonna do? Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching. If you still are watching, leave a like down below, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.